Hey everybody, AJ McWhorter here, your tournament director for the Hobie Bass Open Series anchored by Power Pole. And we are here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on the Susquehanna River. And our host tonight is the Holiday Inn East Hershey. It was an awesome day on the water, big day on the water. There was over 75 fish limits and over 650 smallmouth turned in. And I think at least one largemouth, maybe more, but for sure one. Kept me busy today and really made me wish I was out there to enjoy this river with you all. A few notes though. I want to remind everybody to please use the check in and out feature on TourneyX. Really important tomorrow. If you didn't check out today, but you did check in, go ahead and check out now and then check back in the morning and then check out when you're done. This is very important for your safety and helping us kind of keep tabs on you guys. Safety. You know, this river is unforgiving. You guys can literally flip at any point in time out there if you're not careful. I know we can all get too comfortable on the water, but it's still kayak fishing. You need to be prepared for worst case scenario at any given time. We suggest you tether your most important items in your boat. Anything that can get wet, put it in a dry spot and make sure you keep it there until you need it again. Be extra aware of what's coming down the river. It's also smart to float or fish with someone or communicate with someone about where you are and where you're going. And it's okay to check in from time to time. River fishing is different every time you go out based on the water conditions. And for some people, they're not familiar with this river or it's different than what they expected it to be based on their last few days of fishing. We just want you guys to be safe. We want you to be aware, help each other out, and we'll make sure that everybody gets home with all their gear as safely as possible. On that note, I want to remind everybody that you have to have your PFD on at all times in a Hobie Bass Open Series event. You also can't have more than one line in the water at any time. Additionally, we only score a 12-inch fish and above. We don't score anything below 12 inches. We are a mouth closed series. I was definitely trying to be more understanding of some of those challenges today, and we'll do so tomorrow. But if that mouth is blatantly cracked or open, you will get deducted. Now, something I am doing is if that fish is over 17 inches, I will score it with the penalty, but I will also message the angler. If it's under 17 inches, I'm just going to give it the penalty, and it's your responsibility to be aware of that through your Manage Catch app. But if it's over 17, I will message the angler directly to see if they have a better picture for them to delete the old one and resubmit in hopes of not gaining a penalty. Tomorrow, the times are the same as day one. It's a long day, guys. Be prepared, be aware of the times. That's the time that you can fish within. If you don't want to launch at that time or if you want to get off the water earlier, that's up to you, but you have that window that you're able to be on the water. You're able to leave the launch area at 5 a.m. First cast is at 5:30 a.m. You can fish until 3. You must have your picture taken before 3:01 for it to count. Submission deadline is at 4 p.m. That is a hard line. Please submit early and often throughout the day. You guys did a great job today. I know there's a lot of you guys that had service and could have submitted earlier. Don't take a chance on losing your phone or something bad happening. Help us out. Submit as you catch your fish. It makes judging easier. It makes us communicating issues with you easier. But it also helps us share what you've done to all the fans and folks that are keeping up with our updates and this series. Between 3 and 4 tomorrow, we will be messaging the top 14 anglers to come back to the headquarters, and we will send those anglers the address to the meet spot. It will be a live awards around 5 o'clock. We will also message the Bass and Big Bass and the Dakota Lithium's Power Moves winner to come back here as well. The current Bass and Big Bass is a 3-way tie at 19 3/4 inches. So no one broke 20 so far today, and there was a lot of really good smallmouth turned in those 18 to 19 inch range. Greg Hall, Douglas Candelora Jr., and Joe Eisner were the 3 guys that had that 19 3/4. There were plenty of fish in the 19s. It'll be really interesting to see if we can land won over 20 tomorrow and how big it will be. Don't forget tomorrow, if you had a tough day today, or you just really do a lot better tomorrow than you did today, you have the ability to jump a lot of places tomorrow. And we award the person that jumps the most from day 1 to day 2 with a prize called the Dakota Lithium's Power Moves. And we will be calculating that as soon as possible after the event, and hopefully getting that angler before they get too far down the road to come back and tell their story and go home with their awesome Dakota Lithium's Power Box and 10 amp hour lithium battery and charger. So you guys know the leaderboard's on, but right now we got a couple Pennsylvania guys holding down the first 2 spots. Sean Perkins is our day 1 leader, 93 3/4. He had 3 fish over 19 inches and had 7 culls today. Super impressive. Joe Eisner, also from Pennsylvania, 92 inches, anchored by that 19 3/4 incher. Joe McElroy, fresh off a second place finish at the Bassmaster National Championship. He's from Alabama. He's also sitting with 92 inches, but his big fish was only 19 1/4, so he's currently tied for second, but Turniek shows him in that 3rd spot. Ewing Minor from Virginia, representing Carson Newman University, our current far wide angler of the year, is looking to improve his score even more. He's sitting with 91 3/4. He was leading a good portion of the day, got a couple culls in later, and's got a good total going into day 2. The reigning champ of this event and our reigning first-year Tournament of Champions, grand champion, Jody Queen, sitting with 91 inches, is holding down that 5th spot. But it's tight right behind all those guys. You got Tennessee River Hammer Jordan Marshall sitting in 6th. A couple more local guys, Patrick Sprankle and Josh Sims, both from Pennsylvania, sitting in 7th and 8th. Brian Coyne, who's having a killer season from Wisconsin, sitting in 9th. And Jay Wallen is rounding out our top 10. And all of those anglers were able to put up over 90 inches of smallmouth bass today. But it's really tight. We've got all those guys within 3 inches of each other, but then the next 40 anglers all have over 80 inches. And then the next 25 after that all have a 5-fish limit. So it's pretty tight up there, and it's really anybody's game. There are bigger fish in that river that we, didn't see today, and look forward to seeing a few of those bigger fish coming in tomorrow. Now, I'm going to send an email out. I'm going to post on the Facebook page, and it's also going to be posted on TourneyX. All that stuff's going to take a little bit of time, but you guys are waiting to hear the identifier code that has to be written on your laminated Day 2 ID. We really suggest using a Sharpie. It's going to show up great. It's going to last once it dries on there. But the code for tomorrow is S as in Santa 94. S94. We'll publish that out. There'll be an email coming, a post coming, and all of that stuff will be out a little bit later. Make sure you share all those posts, share your experience on day 1, get people jacked up to watch you guys on day 2. It's going to be a big day. There's going to be a lot of shuffling on the leaderboard. There's going to be a lot of big limits, and my favorite, big smallmouth bass coming in the TourneyX leaderboard all day. Thank you all. Today looked fun. Have more fun tomorrow. Be safe on and off the water. We can't wait to see how this is going to shake out and who our champion of the Susquehanna River will be in 2021.